Meet Roger Frampton, the international model and personal trainer who chooses stretches over weights and can teach you to move like a 3-year-old. Roger Frampton, 33. Tom Leighton. 33-year-old model and personal trainer Roger Frampton is chiseled, bright-eyed, and, surprisingly, even more handsome in real life than his photos suggest. But when we met after January's London Fashion Week men's wrapped-up, it was not to discuss his good looks nor his international modeling career. Instead, it was to talk about his new book The Flexible Body. For many people stretching is an afterthought, one that all too many of us forget, or can't be bothered, to do before or after a workout. But for Frampton, it forms one of the main bases of his workout, which he terms the method. The best description of what I'm doing is teaching people to move how they moved when they were 3 years old, he told Business Insider. His book, released in January, promises to get you moving like you used to by spending just 10 minutes a day working through a sequence of movements based on a combination of stretches and gymnastics. And there's no gym membership or equipment required. By learning to move better and the way we were designed to, you'll build strength and flexibility, burn fat, lose weight, avoid injury, and live longer, according to Frampton. Repost at Beaumont. London 2018 is the year to get flexible. The Flexible Body by Roger Frampton is out today on at Amazon, link in stories. Roger Frampton #fitness #model #gymnastics #the Frampton method #the Flexible Body. A post shared by Roger Frampton, at Roger Frampton, on Jan 4, 2018 at 3:17 a.m. PST. On Jan 4, 2018 at 3:17 a.m. PST. Repost at Beaumont. London 2018 is the year to get flexible. The Flexible Body by Roger Frampton is out today on at Amazon, link in stories. Roger Frampton #fitness #model #gymnastics #the Frampton method #the Flexible Body. A post shared by Roger Frampton, at Roger Frampton, on Jan 4, 2018 at 3:17 a.m. PST. On Jan 4, 2018 at 3:17 a.m. PST. I was never really into exercise at school, he told us. You'd never have found me in a class, you'd have found me smoking behind the bike sheds. It was when he found himself living in East London as a late teen he started going to a Rocky-style gym in Stratford. I got really into Arnold Schwarzenegger and I just wanted to get as big as I possibly could, he said. That all changed, though, when at 19 a model scout spotted him in a bar while he was working towards a carpentry apprenticeship. Back then the modeling industry was pretty rigid in terms of measurements, he says, and he was told to trim down. I realized I couldn't do weights anymore, he said. That's when I came across bodyweight training. Hip flex. Roger Frampton looked to gymnastics for inspiration. Gymnasts are phenomenal athletes, he said. Super strong, really bendy, but don't use any weights. At a kid's gymnastics class he realized how stiff he was. I was a typical guy, really tight, with a crazy strong chest, but couldn't touch my toes, and barely my knees. The teacher told me that we're all born flexible, you've just lost it. You can get it back, you just need to spend some time doing it. And I said alright, so I wrote a book on it, he laughed. Now a qualified personal trainer, when he's not in front of the camera, Frampton trains other models, celebrities, and, most recently, couples. The Flexible Body is divided into 9 movements, which are broken down into 10 support exercises. Each exercise involves a 1-minute movement and 1-minute hold, so each day he suggests you pick 5 of these. It's 10 minutes every day so it'll become a habit, he said. I prefer people to be more consistent rather than beat their bodies up for an hour. He says he's trying to tap into people who sit at a desk 8 hours a day, or those who wouldn't normally go to the gym or consider themselves a fitness person. Most gymnastics concepts are too extreme for most people, so I've just really dampened down all of the exercises. The book begins with an overhead squat from where you'll gradually work towards more challenging movements like a frog stand or headstand. The time transition between exercise 1 and 10 of a movement could take some people a few years, he warned. It's a movement goal, not a change how my body looks goal. Tom Leighton. Luckily, a smiling Frampton will guide you every step of the way, from the way you position your feet, to the angle of your ankle. Tom Leighton. Frampton's method belongs to a mindfulness exercise movement that's currently gaining traction following HIIT, high-intensity interval training, overload. I'm really conscious of how I feel at any given time, but especially when I'm training, he said. The issue with HIIT is you become disconnected with how you feel unless, say, you've been training as a sprint athlete for years. And it's not just hardcore exercise that he has swapped out in favor of his method. I wouldn't do cardio now because I can't recognize how I feel when I do that. Then I'd be prioritizing my heartbeat over how I move, he said. Joseph Sinclair. His method is about consciousness, learning, focusing, and engagement, he says, rather than short-term goals, such as weight loss or fitness. I don't want people to aspire to a particular body image. There are lots of body transformations about at the moment, but that's not what I'm about. I want you to learn some skills and then your body changes with it, just like athletes. And he's really not joking about it being no quick fix. The book suggests that it will take a lifetime to master all 9 moves. However, Frampton told Business Insider that he believes we're all going to live until about 90 years old, so why the rush? People consider themselves old at 30, but really that's really just a third of your life. You've got 2 times your life left, he said. By time I'm 75 I want to be able to move like a 4-year-old. That means I can work really slowly, doing a little bit each day to reverse sitting down all the time. Roger Frampton. He added, whether you like fitness or not, if you don't start moving how you were designed to move, you are going to be getting your hips replaced at 45 or 50. And I find that quite sad. So, only one question remains, can Frampton do the splits? No. Not yet, he laughed. But by the time I'm 75 I will. Jean-Claude Van Damme style. The Flexible Body, Move Better Anywhere Anytime in 10 Minutes a Day is available from Pavilion Books.